Welcome to our comprehensive guide on fine-tuning generative models. In this video, we are going to explore how you can take powerful AI models and customize them to fit your specific needs perfectly. Whether you are a developer, a researcher, or just curious about generative AI, this is the place to start. So, what exactly is fine-tuning? Imagine you have a general doctor. They know a little bit about everything. Now, imagine sending that doctor to school again to specialize in heart surgery. That is essentially what fine-tuning is. We take a pre-trained model that knows general information, and we train it further on a smaller, specific dataset to make it an expert in that field. Why should you bother doing this? First, accuracy. A specialist makes fewer mistakes in their field than a generalist. Second, tone and style. You can teach the model to speak like a lawyer, a pirate, or your brand's marketing team. And third, efficiency. Often, a smaller fine-tuned model is faster and cheaper to run than a massive general one. Let's compare the two. A pre-trained model is like a library containing all the world's books. It is broad but generic. A fine-tuned model is like a specialized handbook. It might not know everything about everything, but for its specific task, it provides highly nuanced, expert-level answers that a general model simply cannot match. The process is straightforward. We start with a base model. Like Llama or GPT, we prepare a dataset of questions and answers specific to our topic. We then feed this data into the model, adjusting its internal connections slightly. The result is a fine-tuned version that has learned the patterns from our specific data. There are two main ways to do this. Full fine-tuning updates the entire brain of the model. It is powerful but requires expensive hardware. On the other hand, parameter-efficient fine-tuning, or PEFT, freezes most of the model and only updates a tiny part. This is much faster and can be done on consumer hardware. One of the most popular efficiency techniques is called low-rank adaptation, or LoRA. Instead of retraining the massive weights of the model, LoRA attaches small, trainable adapters to the layers. Think of it like adding a sticky note to a textbook page instead of rewriting the entire book. It is efficient and effective. Another advanced technique is RLHF. This is how models like ChatGPT became so good at chatting. It involves humans ranking different responses from the model. We train a reward model to understand what humans like, and then use that to guide the main model towards better, safer, and more helpful answers. The most critical factor in fine-tuning is your data. There is a saying in AI, garbage in, garbage out. You need high-quality, clean examples. Having a massive amount of messy data is worse than having a small amount of perfect data. Curating your dataset is where you should spend most of your time. Be careful of common traps. Catastrophic forgetting happens when a model learns new things but forgets everything it knew before. Overfitting is when the model just memorizes your examples without understanding the logic. We can avoid these by mixing in old data and validating our training often. We see this everywhere today. Coding assistants are fine-tuned on millions of lines of code. Medical AI is trained on doctors' notes and radiology reports to help diagnosis. Legal tech uses fine-tuning to draft contracts and summarize case law accurately. The possibilities are endless. To wrap up, fine-tuning is the key to unlocking the true potential of generative AI for your specific use case. Remember to focus on efficient techniques like LoRA and prioritize data quality above all else. Thank you for watching, and good luck building your custom models.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.